Hey there, wonderful people of YouTube land. It is again your friend, WYLD ELF26. Hey, I've got this shot centered, so it's going to be an odd camera angle. But like I promised last time, I'm going to do a gameplay video now of The Legend of Jack Sparrow. Yes, friends, The Legend of Jack Sparrow on the PS2. And that was back when companies could still make scoundrel profits and give you a decent booklet with each game. Yeah, in full color too for the original batch. The million sellers or the classic editions would have the same booklet, but they would be in black and white. All right, guys, and from what I gather, and it's hard, I'm sorry, it's hard to imagine this, but right now Sony, from what I understand, their profits are in the dumper. They bank too high on huge graphics and digital only consoles, and they bank too high on that, and they have to have each game their studios make have to be this awesome mega hit game, otherwise they fire a bunch of people. And in the case of Microsoft, they bought a bunch of studios and then began shutting down different studios that didn't make mega sales on their video games. But games, good graphics are important, yes. But top level graphics over fun gameplay, innovative gameplay, that's how Nintendo is winning the war, unfortunately. Nintendo's winning the war because their Switch business model for the portable, semi-portable Switch is focused on gameplay and innovations. It does have decent level graphics, and some people are holding one of the Mortal Kombat games as a bad example or something, and actually the Switch is good for that, and it's technically a handheld machine, so that's technically a handheld version of those particular Mortal Kombat games, which is pretty good because I don't see a PS Vita 2 anywhere. Does anyone see a PS Vita 2 system anywhere? No. And has Xbox made any kind of handheld system? No. The closest thing we saw is there's a Bluetooth holder for your phone that kind of looks like a controller, and that's sort of kind of portable. That's, in my opinion, as a retro gamer who's been through the generations of different handhelds, that's pretty half-assed. And Sony should be doing better. They know better. But they gave up on the Vita way too soon. And they also gave up on the PSP way too soon. They tried to go to digital-only PSP, which means that they didn't understand their customer base in the first place. Oh, and guess what? When they went to a totally digital handheld, the first one, it didn't do well. It didn't do well. People didn't want that. I think we were still on Java phones at that point, and then they went digital only with PSP Go, and we were just getting introduced into touchscreen phones and tablets by that moment. And people were not comfortable with it. They weren't comfortable with download only. So that actually kind of flopped. That was Sony's flop, the little PSP Go. So they made cartridges for their next machine, the Vita. Them not having backward compatibility with UMDs, I think that kind of bit them, because that was a huge library of games that suddenly you no longer had access to. They were just pushing the big graphics thing, and the connectability to the PS3, PS4, and gamers didn't want that. They could see that was like a gimmick, you know. They wanted games. They wanted portable games for their portable system. And once again, at that point, it was Nintendo with their 3DS that was just whooping on the Sony machine. Alright guys, I'm sorry, I'm going into a horrible rant again, and I want this video to be somewhat shorter. So as you can see, I'll be using my favorite two-tone PS2 pad, and we will be playing The Legend of Jack Sparrow. And I'm sorry for the lighting, folks. There's always an issue or something with the lighting, mostly due to the filter on this phone. It's got 4 camera lenses, and they all say right at the worst possible times. Okay. I'm playing this on real hardware, on a real television, a 32-inch television. And because of that, you know, this is the video quality we're going to get. If I were doing this on emulation on some kind of fancy computer setup, sure, I could get, what was that, a capture card. But, you know, you're using real hardware on real televisions. Capture cards don't exactly fit into that parameter. There's the word for today, boys and girls. Parameter. Can you say parameter? Alrighty. Without further ado, I give you The Legend of Jack Sparrow. And let me stand up for a minute while it's loading. Wipe off my tunic. Can you see my hat? The back of this hat always tries to hide for some reason. It doesn't look like a long elf hat. In a lot of these videos, it ends up looking like a green yarmulke or something. And I've apologized to anyone that thought it was a yarmulke. No, it's not a yarmulke. I like a lot of Jewish entertainers, but I don't happen to be Jewish. So if someone mistook that for a yarmulke, I truly apologize. So and now it wants me to insert my controller, which I will do now. There's a reason why I do not have these controllers plugged in when I turn on the systems. And I'll tell you why. And this goes with both the fat model PS2 that I'm currently using, which is a great machine. It was provided to me through a great modder on YouTube named Slipstream GT. His channel is called Mr. Mod Slipstream GT. And he has some great mods. A lot of those items he has are for sale. And he can actually make a lot of that stuff. And I think he's got an Etsy account that he provides the link to. So you can check out all his cool stuff. But he provided this refurbished fat PS2. And the reason I don't leave these controllers plugged in, and I know I'm ranting again, but this is important, people, so please listen up, especially if you appreciate vintage hardware. Sometimes, even with the actual Sony brand DualShock 2 controllers, PS2s have this habit. They're so security-centric, and they want to make certain that you are using, in fact, a PS2 DualShock, not a PS1 DualShock, that at some point, they will reject the controllers or misbehave. I had a machine misbehave on me. I thought the machine was going bad or something. All the rumbles stopped happening. It wouldn't allow rumble access anymore because it recognized the controller as a third-party controller in the initial setup when you first turn it on. It checks what you have plugged into it, and it checks whether or not they're legitimate controllers. And apparently they're quite accurate with that. And Sony wants you using only the premium, only the most expensive stuff all the time. And it will actually make your own machine not function correctly if they decide you're not using equipment to their standard. And I found the way around this is you don't have anything plugged in when you turn it on. You wait till you get the title screen or this prompt from a game, then you put it in, and it's the game verifying it rather than the system. If that makes any sense to you. By the way, I guess when people are modding and making a portable PS2, that same issue could be a factor. Because I've had actual first brand, true Sony DualShock 2 controllers that were acting on the fritz, that were not behaving correctly sometimes. And it was because the security programming is so specific. And they've released different versions of DualShock 2 over the years. And some of them seem to have a difficulty with their native machine. So, and that's an overactive security program. Not that they would admit to it, but explains why there's so many revisions of a console. And then later on, when they change the model shape of the console too, to kind of excuse why they're doing a new model, it's usually because of a number of customer complaints about a specific thing that fouled up in the machine. And I know this to be true. I also know this to be true with later PlayStations in regards to something very simple that Sony seems to have a problem understanding. Overheating consoles. They've had this problem in certain PS3s. They've had a ton of PS4 overheating issues. And I haven't heard of anything regarding the PS5 as far as overheating, but I'm just waiting for that shoe to drop too. They may have addressed it in the fully digital only version, but I don't know. I don't like the shape of the PS5 console. It doesn't exactly meld in with other electronics properly. They went for some kind of modern art look, and it has to stand apart from most of your other equipment because it's not shaped correctly. Things cannot be stacked in and around or above it because of its odd shape and the delicate nature of the material, the way it's bent. So, but that's just something I noticed. Maybe you've noticed it as well. Maybe you have not. Maybe you haven't given it thought. Something to ponder in your spare time, perhaps. And there I go yakking. All right, here we go. Gameplay footage, The Legend of Jack Sparrow. Sorry for all the yakking, folks, but it was important and worth mentioning. Oh yeah, it's one of the Bethesda PS2 games. Or Bethesda, or whichever way you want to pronounce it. I recognize that coin, or at least half of it. I've seen it somewhere before. Let's see here. I'm going to press start. I'm going to probably turn the music down. I'm sure it's great music, but I want to hear what the people are actually saying. And I'd like it to be heard on the recording as well. Okay, there we go. I'm going to leave the subtitles on. Remember, folks, if you have the YouTube subtitle option turned on, by the way, that's an AI subtitle thing. It's often very incorrect. You may want to turn it off because I'm going to have the actual subtitles on screen so you can read what is being discussed. Oh, wait a minute. You want to see the controls, don't you? Okay, here's the controls. This is default controls. Hopefully you can see all that. It's a 32-inch screen, probably slightly larger than 32. Left stick, walk, run. Right stick, pan, camera. Attacks are X and square. Light and heavy. And the L2 button is a running kick. R2 button is a heavy special. And the D-pad gives instructions to the computer-controlled helper. This is a two-player game, by the way. It's a co-op mode where Jack and a friend can go fight the British and whoever and retrieve the gold or rescue whoever. All right. I'm playing the single player portion, and here we go. My goal is that this video is shorter than the previous gameplay video.
You're sure it's here? I have it on excellent authority. And that would be? A man who purchased the information from a man who won a bet with a man who swore on pain of death that it's likely not anywhere else. Stake my good name on it. Jack, your name is synonymous with Weasel. And how did I ever talk you into this? That is a mystery indeed. My guess is with darling Elizabeth to care for, you need the money. Good guess. They've stashed treasure chests about. Take what you can, give nothing back. Objectives update.
Okay, I'm controlling Jack Sparrow, which very few people can do. Okay. Hey, he can run in water. Yay! See, the water's coming from the waterfall. Yay! Alright, let's try that camera pan thing. Whoa! There we go. Kind of a matrix cam. Alrighty. That's fun. I can switch to play as Will Turner, but I don't think I want to. Why? Well, you've heard that phrase, right? The armies are always saying, fire at will. I think people should think about that before they name their kid Will.
Who are you? What are you doing here?
Excitement! Excitement!
Objectives update.
Ooh, picked up some coin. Oh, mate, don't mind if I do. There we go. Got some coin. Ooh, it's another treasure chest. Okay. I'm gonna go get that earlier chest too. Yes. Ah, the treasure. Okay. I guess he just absorbs it like a frog absorbing water. He's having a little trouble here. There we go. Oh, there's a switch. How about that? We were just talking about the switch. Different kind of switch. Alrighty. Ignore that for a minute because there's a treasure chest I left unencumbered when we were coming up to this here village. Which direction? This way. Yeah. Can get turned around, especially when the foliage all sort of resembles each other. There it is, toward the beach. Yes. Okay. There, absorb some more. Huh, there's an invisible barrier. It won't let me go that way. Okay. Come on. Come, Will Turner. Come, Will Turner. Will Turner. Sounds like a phrase that frat boys use at a party. Will Turner. Okay. Now, what was it? It's over here, ain't it? Some frickin' where? It's here. I found. Ah, it's off that way. Yes. Maybe I need Jack's compass. Oh, which one? Gotta use the left stick. Yay, there we go. That was worth it. Alright, come on. Come with it. We're hunting. He's will hunting. Good will hunting.
Missing. It must be around here somewhere.
Objectives updated.
Oh, cool. That's not Jack's voice. It's a random pirate's voice saying objective update. Huh. I'm looking. I don't see the item necessary to... Unless it's beyond here. There we go. More musketeers. I'm guessing by their uniforms they're possibly Spanish soldiers.
Someone is watching us. There they are.
Oh wait, no, they are French. Okay. I thought they were Spanish. Da, da, da. Yes, confusing foliage for certain. But they were still looking for some kind of part to open that door. And I don't see...
Crank.
There we are.
Just have to figure this will come in handy.
I don't know who they used for the voice actor Will Turner. I think they've actually got Johnny as Jack Sparrow here. But Will Turner sounds like somebody else, not from the movie. There we go. Okay. Cannons were there to block a staircase. Oh, there's some foliage here. It's not cuttable. Must be rubber trees. Rubber trees. Where were we? Okay, we came in there. We go in this direction. There's a stairwell of some sort. Da, 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 da. Hopefully that's still in frame. Yes. There is a meter. It's blocking one of the circles. There's an additional circle above. Sorry, it's not visible there, but I have to allow that much cutoff in order to give you the kind of view that I'm able to give you so far. See, now you can see the meter there. Sorry about that. Alright, folks, let's see. Can you see his shoes? Okay, yeah, we got the bottom. Okay, there we go. What's this? Oh, you pull a cannon. Okay. Go for a ride. Yay. Okay. Oh, oh, oh.
Objectives updated.
Grab and drop objects. Throw objects. Well, that's nice. Nice of them to tell us. Okay. Okay. Oh, there's something there. Wait a minute. There we go. Got that. Got that. Okay. There we go. Moral of the story, if it's a barrel, there's gold in it. Or a box. Oh, this will heal the characters. Okay. If it has a green spot on the chest, it's a healing thing. There. That works. Ah, they were musketeers. They got muskets. Just having trouble with that one. I got most of them. There we go. Wait, oh, that's the chest I opened. Okay. Come on, Will. Ah, there we go. Oh, good. What's this here? It's a thing.
Objectives update.
Oh, there's a noose. Okay.
Now we pause to appreciate the beginning of the raid drop. First, we will unlock the main gate.
go up there. Those don't open. Post of some sort here. Okay.
Then lower the flag and replace it with Jolly Roger. That's the signal to our ricket-ridden crew, and they'd best be watching for it. Then, lad, yo ho.
Took you long enough, you dallying swine. We've been hiding in that swamp since sundown. I'll be pulling leeches off me nether parts for ages.
Ah, stop. Your verbiage always conjures up such a lovely visage.
The treasure should be behind that door. Into the treasure room we go! Bring forth with that battering ram and place her against the door!
Objectives updated.
There it is. Skull of Teowakata.
What's he got to smile about, I wonder?
It's beautiful. Aye, it is. I expect that's the handsome price for it.
Are we having pronoun issues?
Thanks for all your help, gentlemen, but we won't be needing you any further.
Alrighty guys, I hope you enjoyed that. That was footage from The Legend of Jack Sparrow on the PS2. Have a great one, guys. This is your friend, WYLD ELF26, and to make it proper, let me play us out. Alrighty guys, have a great one. And remember, subscribe if you liked it, and please share it if you think it'll amuse somebody. Alright.